Hi friends, welcome back to the channel of Agadtantra, that is Toxicology. Today's lecture, let's look into the Nirukti of the visha. That's where the word visha comes from. The visha, it derives from the word dhatu, visha, ka. That means गिरना या छा जाना या व्याप्त हो जाना या फैलना. That means to conquer or to spread, or it has the meaning that वह द्रव्य जो शरीर में जाकर शीघ्रता से व्याप्त हो जाए, that which easily spreads in the body. From that the word visha comes from. And also it has the meaning that is Vishwaga, which means everywhere, and Vishada, which means despair or depression. Then it has the synonym or the paryaya as Kshveda, Garada, Kalakuda, Visham. Yes, all these indicate the same meaning as that of the Visha. Next, before going into the Vyakya, let's look into the Utpatti of the Visha. According to Srimad Bhagavata, we all know that during the Samudra Mandana process for the attainment of the Amrita, before the origination of the Amrita, there arrives the Kalakoda Visha. And for that, by seeing that, everyone, the Sura and the Asura, they prayed to Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva drank the Visha. But drops of it fell into the earth and it became embedded in the Stavara and the Jangama Visha. Like Charak Chikilsasthana and Ashtangas, they have the similar opinion as that during the Samudra Mandana between the Sura and the Asura, before the Utpatti of the Amarta, a fearful person, that is a Purusha, which is a Gora Darshana, which is very fierce looking and which was having a Deepta Teja. He was very much Tejasvi and he has Chadurdashtra, that is having 4 teeth, and there was Harikesha. Harikesha, it is in the Tika, it is given it as Pingala Kesha. His hair was having Pingala color, and there were Analekshana, that is the eyes, they were sparkling like that of the fire. And by looking into that fearful creature, the whole world, that is Jagat Vishannam Tam Drishtva, that is the whole world, by the sight of that they become Vishadayukta, and from that the Visha word comes from. And by seeing it, Brahma, he Visha into the Jangama and the Stavara Yoni. And it is told the property of that as that Ambu Sambhavam, that is it originates from the Ambu and it is of 2 types, that is Jangama and Stavara, and it is having the guna as that of the Pavaka. It is like that of, it is fierce like that of the Agni. Tanga also, there is the same picture of the origin of the Visha. The Brahma, he created, or he transformed that Goridubi Purusha into Stavara and the Jangama. Then if we look into the Sushrutacharya, he told that during the creation of the cosmos by Brahma, an Asura named Kaidaba, it started created obstructions, and by saying the Brahma becomes very Kopita, and that Krodha or the anger turned into a Aditharuna person, and that Aditharuna person, it killed that Asura. But when after that also, that anger didn't get Shamana and it started creating troubles. And this Krodha, they increased profusely and it created Vishada, means depression or sadness among the Devas. And after the completion of the cosmos, Brahma casted the Krodha into Stavara and Jangama Visha. All these mythological stories, they represents the fearful and Atidaruna nature of the Visha. Then from that the definition of the Visha goes as Vishadam Janayadi iti Visha, that means which causes Vishada, Vishad utpanna hone ke karan. And the next definition goes as Jagat Vishannam Tam Drishtva Tenaso Vishasamnida, that means जिसे देखकर संपूर्ण जगत विषाद युक्त हो गए. And in the Sharangadhara Samhita, there is another Vyakya as that Deham Pravishyam Yad Dravyam Dushayitva Rasadigan Swastham Pranaharam Cha Syad Tad Dravyam Visham Uchyate. That means that Dravya which after entering into the body, Deham Pravishya, it causes Dushayitva Rasadigan, it causes a dushti of Rasadi Dhatus, thereby harmful effects to the swasthya and which causes pranaharana. This is said to be called as visha. Next, let us look into the modern portion, that is the definition of poison. A poison, it is a substance, whether it is solid, liquid or gaseous, which if introduced in the living body or brought into contact with any part thereof will produce ill health or death by its constitutional or local effects or both. The poison, it may be any substance, it may be solid, it may be liquid or it may be a gaseous, which if introduced into the body, that means there are many ways of introduction of poison into the body. They may be oral route, paraenteral route, etc. Or when it is brought into contact with any part, that is whether it is a contact poison that will produce ill health or it will cause death by its constitutional, that is it is systematic effect, or by local effects or by creating harm to both of them. There goes the definition of poison. Then let's look into the definition of venom. A venom, it is said to be a poisonous secretion of an animal such as snakes, spider or scorpion, usually transmitted to prey or to attackers by a bite or a sting. That means it may be a scorpion or it may be any wasp-like creature or any insects which usually transmits the poison in the form of venom by a bite or a sting. It is said to be called as the venom. Next, when it comes to the toxin, it is a noxious or poisonous substance that is formed or elaborated either as an integral part of the cell or tissue, that is the endotoxin, or as an extracellular product, that is exotoxin, or as a combination of the two during the metabolism and growth of certain microorganisms and some higher plant and animal. Toxin, it may be any noxious or poisonous substance. It may be an endotoxin or it may be an exotoxin, especially from the living organisms. It may be a plant or the animal sources. It is said to be a toxin. There are two types of toxins which are produced by the microorganisms. In that there was exotoxin and endotoxin. Exotoxins, they are produced mostly inside the gram-positive bacteria as a part of their growth and metabolism, and then they are released into the surrounding media. And in the same way, endotoxins, they are part of the outer portion of the cell wall of gram-negative bacteria, and they are released when the bacteria die and the cell wall break apart. This also comes under the definition of toxin. These are the pictures of some of the poisonous animals, plants and microorganisms. Stop today's lecture and see you at the next video. If you like this, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.